Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crackin' This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
John J. and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. A bunch of very positive text messages about the most recent Couples Therapy podcast with Peyton and Kadeem. Here's one that says, the Couples Therapy, Peyton and Kadeem, literally made me laugh out loud. Their dynamic is awesome. They're the perfect example of opposites attract.
That is truth.
And I got a bunch of DMs on it, too. People loving it. So it's great. Check it out. Wherever you can get podcasts, you search John G. and Rich on demand. And it was just 2 days ago where we dropped Peyton's podcast with her boyfriend, Kadeem. I was going to tell you guys a story. You know, I'm not one that partakes in the marijuana world. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't, and ever since it got legal, whenever, and there was gummies, and then now there's stores everywhere. And if you guys remember back when we did Secret Santa, Grant was my Secret Santa. Grant is made of marijuana. You cut off Grant's arm, another weed marijuana arm grows. So I went to a dispensary and I bought him some top-notch stuff. And then when I was there, I was talking to the lady, and the lady was telling me about these gummies that help you sleep. And I'm all about sleep because I can't seem to sleep. I'll take some, CBD sometimes, and I feel like I've taken too long, so I got to take a break. But I can't find anything natural to help me sleep. I monitor my sleep with a Whoop band, with an Oura Ring, and I got a CPAP machine. I mean, it's a whole sleep.
You got oxygen, right?
I got oxygen. I got everything to try to sleep. And so I bought these gummies. And I was like, we went on vacation to Hawaii. And this buddy of mine, right before we went on vacation to Hawaii, this buddy of mine I go hiking with, he's like, he takes them a lot. Like, he's like, sometimes I get up in the middle of the night, I take a gummy and I sleep. And he goes, here. And he gave me 2 of his gummies. And I thought, and they were just in a plastic bag. And I was like, ooh, these have got to be more powerful than the ones I have, right? And then I took them to Hawaii. But we were in a hotel on the 16th floor. And Blake was like, do you want to try the gummies? Because she was going to try them with me. And I was like, no. She's like, why? I go, because I don't want to take the gummy. Also, I'm like, I can fly. I can fly. I'm on the 16th floor. Woo. So I didn't want to take the gummies, right? So then Peyton came up to me one time, and she gave me this box of gummies. So now, like 2 gummies in there. So now I have quite a few gummies. So I go over the weekend, I go to Atlanta, and I'm doing this retreat with this Jesse Itzler guy. He's a motivational guy. He's a businessman, very successful guy. And I'm staying in this Holiday Inn in a little town called Rome, Georgia. And I don't have to be anywhere till 10 the next morning. So I'm like, I'm going to take one of these gummies. This is my time. I'm on the first floor.
Yeah.
No jumping, no flying. I'm going to take one of these gummies and see what happens. So I take a gummy. And I don't know. It was one of the ones that my friend Rick gave me. And I was like, I don't know if there's such thing as a cocaine gummy, but I couldn't sleep. I was wired.
Really?
That's not good.
I know. I was so pissed. So I told my friend.
You're texting Rick.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
I go, are you playing? Because he's funny. He tells, me, I go, is this some sort of joke? Like, or was this did you give, because it was in a plastic bag. It wasn't like in a box, like the one Peyton gave me says like, sleep, So I was like, I couldn't sleep. I was up all night. My sleep score was terrible. And I'm like, this can't be. So now I have all these gummies. I'm afraid to take them.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch them.
Right?
I wonder why.
Or is it a fluke? Was I just up because I was nervous about the all-day sauna session?
You probably Rick probably gave you a sativa gummy, which would have you up and moving. You need an indica. That's what helps you sleep. It's different strains.
See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
I gave you our indica. You need to try those, and you will love them. I promise you.
I feel like you just stick with the CBD because I thought that was actually helping you.
CBD, but when I feel when I take it a long time, then I see my sleep I try to, I'm experimenting. Like I take a magnesium drink at night and I'll take the CBD. And whenever I don't take the CBD for a while, then I take the CBD, I sleep really well. But then I feel like maybe my body gets used to it.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Yes, Grant.
I think you have a classic, your brain is reacting to the THC. Because when I first started taking edibles like a long time ago, it'd be constantly for like 6 hours while I try to sleep. It'd be that part of Tom Sawyer. Repeat. I'd be trying to sleep, and it was just like So I think that's what you got. I think you got some of the Tom Sawyer weed. Nice. I think Peyton's assessment was right.
Yeah.
An indica would be
or
very,
just smoke
very
a
much a
joint.
treat.
So,
Fine.
so then Peyton came in here one day and had bags of weed for everybody, right?
Yeah, she gifted them to all of us.
From
and
some
it was
company.
Like, yeah, it was like ladylike. And it's like the packaging's all cute. It's pink and like there's all these things in it. And I'm like, yes, this is really awesome.
Yeah, I'm driving down the street here and I see a big billboard. I'm like, oh, that's the company that Peyton got the weed from. And it was like drinks with weed in it and all this stuff. I took it to the gym and I gave it to everybody, right? So a couple of days later, this guy comes up to me and goes, hey, John Jay. Yeah, he was like, those drinks you gave me? They're fantastic.
Really?
And he goes, if you do 3 of them,
Yeah.
it really works. I'm like, 3 of them? All right.
Well, yeah, the little seltzers, those are like little small milligrams. They're great.
Yeah, I took him home and I like when my dad was staying with us, he partakes in a gummy or 2 here or there and he drank the seltzers and like he said, yeah, I got a little buzz. They're pretty good. Yeah, just for like a chill, whatever. And I kept the bag of all the goods in my closet, which was a mistake because now every time Scott comes in my closet, he's like, geez, it smells like a dispensary in here. And he like keeps complaining about it. And I feel like I would smell that. Like I don't have lack of smell. Like it doesn't smell that bad, but every once in a while I'll walk by the spot that they are and I'm like, ooh, he's right.
So what is it that smells?
Right.
What was
So
it?
in the bag, like we got mints, we got vape stuff, but then there was also these like pre-rolled little
Little
what are they
joints?
called? Little joints.
Yeah. I gave those to the skin better people.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice of you. I kept mine because I think like at one point I'm going to use them. And Scott looks at me and he's like, why don't you just throw them away? They like are smelling up your whole room. And I said, that sounds wasteful. There's no way I'm going to do that. He's like, you're not even like that. Like you don't even do that. It's like, when do you plan on using this? I'm
You
like,
really do
I don't
save
know.
everything.
I don't know when I'm planning on using it, but I'm planning on using it at some point. Okay. He's
You're
like,
such a bargain
you need to
shopper.
take care of it.
You can't get rid of a deal.
I know. Because I know I'm like, at one point, I'll appreciate having it or something like that. So I went to Peyton, like, and I was telling her, I'm like, I need to get something to store my weed in. I need to make sure it doesn't stink. And so she's like, don't worry, I have like a smelly bag for you. It's like what they give you the weed in at the store. She's like, I'll just bring you one. I'm like, great. So she brings me a bag. I pop it in my trunk and I keep, forgetting to bring it in. And one day I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the weed bag. And I go to my truck and it's not there. So I feel like at some point I took a bunch of stuff and like threw it away. And I'm like, have this intense guilt. Like Peyton gave me this weed bag and now I don't have this weed bag. I lost it, whatever. So I went on Amazon and I searched bags to store my weed in.
You're turning into like some Breaking Bad Walter White.
Having never
It's like
used it.
anti-smell. And I bought one, you guys, and it came yesterday, and I put the weed in it, and I don't think it smells anymore.
Right on.
Can I put my gummies in there? Can you hold my gummies for me?
Sure, I'll stash them for
The
you.
one on Amazon is probably 10 times better than the one I gave you. But that's funny that you say that. I have probably 200 of those bags.
Oh, okay, I was feeling so guilty. I'm like, I need to pay her back for that
I
bag.
went to the dispo yesterday. I got a new one. It's fine. I'll bring you another one just so you can have it.
So
Are
funny.
they just like little backpacks?
No, they're like
No, it's like a plastic.
Yeah.
It's like a really hefty plastic Ziploc bag.
Yeah, it's like a child lock bag. So
But the one that I got is like, picture like a cosmetic makeup bag, like a bigger one with a zipper. And then inside, you open the zipper and you have to undo Velcro to get into the inside of it.
Gotcha.
And when you zip it up, it comes with a lock. So you can actually lock the bag.
oh, that's good.
so nobody
Dang,
can get
dude.
into my
We love
stash.
I wonder, yeah. So it's not about keeping the smell in. It's about keeping people
it
out of your
safe.
weed.
Oh, I think it's both.
Wow.
I think it's both.
What's coming up? 3 things you need to know, Kyle.
I'll tell you why they are calling Gen Z the ghosted generation. Next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Get up. John Jay and Rich.
Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
It was a great day in basketball yesterday. Florida rallied to pull a 65-63 victory over Houston in the NCAA championship game. Quite the thriller with game-winning shot at the buzzer, scoring the Gators their 3rd national title. Gen Z, you guys, is being labeled as the ghosted generation. So they say younger adults today are facing more no's than any other generation before them, from dating apps and college applications to the brutal job market. Think like endless dating options at your fingertips, yet higher rates of loneliness. Or sending out hundreds of job applications, but hearing radio silence in return. They say Gen Z was never taught how to lose. They were raised in a culture where everyone's kind of a winner. Everybody gets a trophy, right? And now in the real world, they're saying the crash is very hard.
I think that is actually so spot on. I think that's a big reason why some Gen Z are crashing out, is because we never were told no growing up. And then you look at your parents, and then they had everything that you don't have at your age, and it's tough.
So is that part of that everyone gets a trophy generation?
Yep.
Yeah, like everyone, when you're, wow, boy. Boy, what a bummer that we had to test all that out on your generation.
Take the trophies away from Gen Alpha.
So it's a good thing that Easton's crying when he loses.
I guess so, yeah, because he's learning now how to lose.
Right.
Economists, you guys, they crunched the numbers, and they found something pretty incredible about owning a pet. They found owning a pet is just as good for your mental health as getting married, and emotionally equivalent to landing an extra almost $90,000 a year at your job.
Okay, then.
They looked at data and found like pet owners just report significantly higher life satisfaction. So I know that Love Pups got a lot of extra dogs for you to adopt, or, you know, just you're thinking about getting the cat or the iguana. I mean, they did find that dog people had the highest life satisfaction, emotionally stability, and agreeableness, but cat lovers also ranked pretty high in curiosity and life satisfaction. So those were the 2 highest of the pets, if you wanted to get specific in the breakdown. But either way, you get a pet, your life is going to feel more fulfilled. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Painting the vibe for horoscopes.
We're going to talk about how you handle being left on red based on your zodiac sign.
877-937-1047. Good morning, Mike.
Jay and the Virgos.
Virgos. Okay, John Jay is also our Virgo. So when you guys get left on red, Virgos, you send a follow-up, just checking in text, even though you're secretly furious. You make a mental list of all of their flaws, and then you organize it in your head, and it's called People Who Don't Deserve Me. You're not petty, you're just precise, Virgos.
Nailed it once again.
Yeah, a different version of that is I just type WTF.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't respond.
Yep. Shorten everything up.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
Jay, you guys have a blessed day.
Thanks,
Bye, Mike.
Maddie, good morning.
Hi, I live with you guys all the time with my mom. I love War of the Roses.
Thank you, Maddie. What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay, so Maddie, if you're a Gemini and you get left on red, you immediately texted 6 other people. You're starting a group chat, probably flirting, whatever that is, flirting with someone new and somehow live streaming it. You bounce back in 0.2 seconds with chaotic energy and 0 regrets. My Geminis are absolutely iconic.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Maddie.
Bye.
What do you got for Libras?
Libra, Kyle, when you're left on red, you spiral quietly. You reread your own message 13 times, wondering if you used too many exclamation points or something. And then you'll post a cute selfie on Instagram with like a flirty lyric, hoping that whoever it is that left you on red will notice, because if that person doesn't reply, the entire world might as well just ghost you too.
It's like, what are you doing? When Scott doesn't text me back, I'm like, what are you even doing?
What's more important?
Like working or something?
What do you got for Pisces?
Yeah, Richie, my Pisces. Pisces, you got left on red and you wrote a poem or a song about it in your case. You already made a sad playlist, painted your feelings, and cried while watching a rom-com. You're low-key heartbroken, but you're acting like you're in an indie film. It's giving soft chaos vibes.
Soft chaos vibes.
Whatever that
Listen,
is.
the best songs in the world are I Love You and You Don't Care, right?
Hey, yep, exactly.
What about for you, for Leos?
Leos, us being left on red, we're going to assume that that person died or something, because there's no way. Because obviously no one would ignore someone as radiant and irresistible as a Leo. We are already rehearsing our you messed up speech in case that person comes crawling back, and they will call back. So we'll definitely be talking to them about that.
Okay, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website. at johnjandrich.com. Now, Rich, let's get into the birds. The birds.
It's so strange.
Hello, bird.
I've had this once before in another house where I had this bird that kept coming to my window and literally knocking on the window and squawking. And this is a different kind of bird because this is a crow that just this weekend, starting on Saturday morning, would start showing up on my little patio and knocking on the window really loud and just squawking. This black crow, and I couldn't figure it out. And I looked it up. It's called a grackle. But this black crow won't go away, and it's pooping everywhere. And I don't want to kill the bird. I don't want to. Many people are like, just take a BB gun and shoot the bird. I don't want to do that. So I did yesterday buy this sound machine that you plug into the wall, and it's supposed to emit a frequency that birds and rodents don't want to have anything to do. This black crow comes up and starts pecking on the sound machine. It is not affected by the sound machine at all. So as I am hosting this overnight show, there's a psychic on the air on Coast to Coast AM with me. And I say to her, I'm like, hey, I don't know if this means anything, but you were talking about paying attention to signs. So I tell her the black crow story about it knocking on my window. And she said, oh, it probably just sees itself in the reflection of the mirror. No big deal. Didn't have any message for me. No psychic message.
Yeah, but like those kinds of birds, they are known to remember your face when associated with some
That's
sort of
what I thought.
stressful or traumatic experience for them. So
I'm
like,
nice to the birds. I've been
did
knocked
you
down.
accidentally almost run him over? And now
No.
he's like, hey man, I see you.
I'm talking to this bird, and I'm like, I don't see a nest that you're protecting around here. There's no food on. I don't have hummingbird feeders. There's no fruit on the ground. So, bird, I don't know what your message is for me. I'm not real sure what the message is. So, and then tie that into yesterday, John Jay is on this treadmill, and it starts playing the music of the Black Crows.
That's
Dun,
weird.
dun, dun.
That was really weird. And I haven't tried it out today to see if it does it again.
Anyway, I will put up video of this bird, but today the critter getters, or the critter, I forget what they're called, critter something, are coming by to help me figure out the bird problem. Because a few of the bird places I called say that, look, they poop everywhere and now that's their land.
It's one bird. You have one bird.
Well, but now it's two.
Two
but
birds.
One big one.
All right, I can tell you how to get rid of those birds. Easy. Do you have a rocking chair or a chair you can set outside?
Yeah, I have a rocking chair.
Sit in a rocking chair and tell the bird the story of how you got into radio. And it will never come back.
I was 14.
I kid because I love.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
It's John Jay and Rich. Good morning, Brandon.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Good. Hey, no, man, I was listening to your show last week when you people had some embarrassing things that, they didn't have any shame about. And so I thought I might share as well.
What do you got?
Well, my son, he's 7 years old. He has his own YouTube channel he started called Gotham Grid, where he makes videos with his Batman toys. And he calls himself the executive producer, but sometimes I help out with some ideas for the episodes and some special effects. And so sometimes I'm sitting there at night and I might be playing with his toys by myself, making special effect noises with my mouth. And my wife will wake up or she'll walk out. She's like, "Are you playing with superhero toys, making sound effects by yourself?" Yes, I am.
How much fun is that? How much fun? You share something with your boy.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just sitting there in the middle of the night sometimes, right? But it feels weird. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He loves it, and obviously she's okay with it because she's still with me, so we're good. So
That's so funny.
That's good. You know what? There's a text responding to this, too. It says, John Jay and Rich, I'm a 37-year-old man. I've been obsessed with Yoshi my entire life. I have Yoshi stickers on my car. My golf club head covers are Yoshi. One of them is plush. I have multiple Yoshi shirts, necklaces, and earrings. What's Yoshi? You don't know?
Yeah, it's from Mario Brothers.
Oh, from Mario
Yeah,
Brothers.
it's the little dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, got it.
I can totally justify it because it's building up, man. He's got 2,000 subscribers. So
There
I'm
you go.
"Dang, I wish I was like that
At
when I was
some
7."
point. And you never know. That could make him go into, digital editing, and maybe he could produce movies someday.
Absolutely. So it'll be an origin story one day.
All right, dude. Thanks for calling in, Brandon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
The hack to letting your mind wander and make you a success because of it.
We also got Kesha tickets and Chainsmoker tickets this morning. Keep listening. Stacks and Hacks is coming up next with John Jay and Rich.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah. Call John Jay and Rich, 877-937-1047.
Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. If you had $1 billion and you spent $1,000 a day, it would take you 2,749 years to run out of money.
Wow.
I know, it's so nuts. In a new survey, 77% of people say digital clutter negatively impacts their life. Digital clutter is like this. The average person has 1,044 unread emails, 12 unread text messages, and 17 unread social media notifications. I think we probably all have higher than that in here.
Just out of curiosity, can you tell me how many unread emails you have on your phone currently?
This is always fun.
According to my phone, I only have 1,744.
Wow, you've really gone down. Yeah, I used to be in the 30,000 range.
I deleted a bunch.
I feel like I'm
or wait a minute, or it went back to zero like a speedometer, odometer, whatever. Because I don't know.
I don't like to see the little red things. It stresses me out, so I look at all of my notifications.
Doesn't bother me. ChatGPT is still wrong a lot of the time, but a poll found a third of us already trust it more than experts in at least one area of expertise. That makes sense. China is adding outdoor escalators up the side of mountains so people with mobility issues, like older folks and lazy people, can get to the top to see the view without having to hike.
Oh, that's nice.
26-year-old guy in China almost died from a neck massage. It was a little too firm. The masseuse accidentally ripped an artery leading to his brain. He had a stroke.
Oh, my goodness.
Luckily, he got to the ER in time and made a full recovery.
See, this
Jeez.
is why Kyle doesn't like a massage.
Worst massage ever.
You were just talking about, Kyle, about something about a resume. You said something in your three things.
Yeah, that how Gen Z is sending out hundreds of resumes but hearing nothing back.
Maybe it's because they're doing these things. A career consultant listed things that should not be on your resume in 2025. They include your current salary, your full address, the line references available upon request, and graphics or bright colors because it confuses the software companies that they use to screen people. So don't do that. Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
You ever find yourself having a conversation, or maybe you're in a meeting or you're in school during a lecture and your mind just wanders off somewhere?
Every day. Every day, all day.
And
right now.
Well, you got to pay attention to this because it's the best thing for you. For smart people, is to let your mind wander, because they say it's like a total hard reset, like a mini offline period. It helps you consolidate your pattern of learning, because when you come back, you're like, oh, what did I miss? And then you start trying to process it all. It's actually really, really good for you. So if you are a bit of a daydreamer in your classes or in the work meetings, that's okay. It makes you a smarter person. Who knew? Don't stop the daydream. And the more that you do that, in fact, the more detail you put in your daydream, the faster you learn the stuff that you're supposed to learn when you come back. That information and more can be found at johnjayandrich.com.
You come for the John Jay and Rich, but let's be honest, you stay for Kyle and Peyton. It's John Jay and Rich.
It's John Jay and Rich. Shoot us a text. Text the show. Text JJR and your message to 96893. I was telling you guys, all three of my boys went and saw at different times, they went and saw the Minecraft movie, and it's number one right now at the box office. It's huge. And I was talking to my middle son, Kemp, yesterday. And I said, what'd you think of the movie? And he goes, it's really stupid. He goes, but I enjoyed it, but it reminded me so much of my childhood of sitting behind Jake for 5 hours watching him play Minecraft, because Jake was a huge Minecraft guy. In fact, Jake went and got another Happy Meal yesterday and got the Grimace Minecraft, which is the hard one to get. I put a picture of it, and all these people go, where'd you get it? What location? So, but here's something that happened is, as a dad, I so badly want my kids to be friends.
Yeah.
As they get into their adulthood, and I want them to hang out, and I try so hard, my wife and I, and we got a family chat, and then Kemp says to me, he goes, we had some good brotherly fun in the brothers chat. And I was like, what? I didn't know they had a chat. He goes, yeah, we went back and forth. We're going back and forth about the movie, making fun of everybody. And I almost started to cry because I felt that, oh my God.
It's happening.
If I would have asked another question, I think I would have started doing that thing. And I even told my wife that I was so happy. And then I see today that there's something happening at the screenings of a Minecraft movie where teens freak out when Jack Black says chicken jockey. They scream and they throw their food and drinks, and it got so bad cops showed up to escort some of them out. This is a recording of the chaos, right? Then the crowd mocking those being removed from the theater.
Chicken jockey. Goodbye.
So I've been trying to call my son Dutch, who's a senior in high school, and I want to ask him why is that scene so, like...
Right, why does it trigger that reaction?
Right, and so I know my son Jake is asleep. He's in college. My son Kemp is in Hawaii. He's asleep. Dutch should be up right now because he has school in 20 minutes. He is not up. Every day, I get a text from his school that says, Dutch was absent today.
Oh, no.
Yesterday was Senior Ditch Day.
Oh,
right?
that's the best.
I know, Senior Ditch Day. And so I thought, hey, Dutch, jump on the air with us. But there's no way.
He went too hard for Senior Ditch Day yesterday.
You only get one Senior Ditch Day, though. It's not a week.
He's been like Senior Ditch Day since like October.
Yeah, he's got senioritis big time.
Yeah. So if you know why in the Minecraft movie this is happening, call us really quick, 877-937-1047. Meanwhile, what's going on with your Instagram, Kyle?
I don't know if I'm getting scammed or if I'm just stupid and doing something wrong. But you know how when you see like an influencer and they post like a recipe and they're like, comment pancakes and I'll send you the recipe. And then you go to you have to be following them. Then you go to your DMs and all of a sudden in your DMs is a message from them with the pancake recipe or whatever you're looking for. So I've done that a couple of times for like, there's a couple of like Instagram people that have like, try this Chat GPT prompt and it's really super long. So you can't really copy it from the video. And they're like comment chat for the Chat GPT prompt. And I go in my DM and they've sent the link and I hit the link and it goes nowhere. The link will not go anywhere. And I'm like, is this some kind of scam? Or they're just trying to get like people to interact with them, but they actually have no real content. They're just saying, I have this great prompt or I have this great recipe. But I'm like, I'm getting frustrated because I actually want this information. And they're telling me they're going to send me the information, but they're not going to get it.
I feel like maybe it's just a dead end link. Like maybe it's an error on their end. They have a wrong number or something like that in the link.
Because it's happened like with multiple different people too.
Huh.
So
I
that's
wonder
why
what the
I'm
scam would be. You click there and then they get all your information on your phone. Now they're in your phone.
But if you're not
I don't think it's a scam like that. I just think like
they're just trying to get engagement.
They're trying to get engagement.
This.
Yeah, like
and they don't have a recipe.
They don't actually have the information.
No pancakes.
Yeah.
Have you updated your app? Maybe it's your app.
I mean, my app's supposedly update automatically, but
I would try that.
I'll go in and check.
But that is weird and really annoying. That kind of reminds me how I have the Sonic app on my phone, and anytime I go use my Sonic app, it never works. And I'm like, I want my half-off slushie.
I know. You're like, hey.
Wait, so you're one of those people that types in pancakes?
Totally. I have followed so many people, and I'm like, pancakes, chat, like all the things. I want the information. And then you know what's funny is they send it to me, and then I rarely ever open up.
Okay, because I would say one time I found some guy said something on Instagram that said something like, "Are you addicted to porn? We can get rid of that addiction." He goes all these stats about porn, and I thought, hey, maybe this could be some funny show content, right? So I typed in whatever word it was, and now I get hundreds of emails of how to overcome your porn addiction. And I'm like,
gosh.
if my wife goes to my phone,
the algorithm is not your friend right now.
I thought that there would be some sort of like funny, oh, check this. Like I would have it for something. Anyway.
See right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it
I'm
doesn't
in the
even
DM.
open.
I'm clicking the link. It says get the prompt, and it does nothing.
That's annoying. I bet you I would put money that that's an app glitch on either their end or your end. Because the fact that it's not opening,
I know,
like that's weird. It doesn't give me scam vibes, but just technical
a problem.
difficulty. Yeah, error.
The one recipe you want, they won't give you.
I know someone's gonna be like, turn your phone off, turn your phone back on, delete the app, then redo the app. I don't know my password, so I can't do that.
What's up, Nick?
So we just got a hold of Dutch. I have never heard a child sound more tired than him right now. So Godspeed, guys.
Oh my gosh.
God. Okay. Dutch?
What's up?
Don't you have to be in school like in 10 minutes?
Dude, I usually wake up in like 5 more minutes.
Okay, are you going to school today?
I'll think about it.
Hey, how was Senior Ditch Day?
It was fun. Had a good time.
How was prom?
Even more fun.
All right, listen. There's a story in the news about the Minecraft movie, and I know you saw the Minecraft movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and give us a little review of the Minecraft movie.
I thought that it It was a good movie. It was a little dumb, but I enjoyed it overall.
Okay, there's a thing happening in a Minecraft movie where people freak out during the chicken jockey scene. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just it's a great reference they make. It's a funny scene there.
It has to do with the game?
Yeah.
Can you explain it?
Like in the game, do the characters throw things at that time or throw food?
No, it's just like a rare thing to happen in the game, and then when it happened in the movie, people kind of went crazy for it.
Did it happen when you were there?
Yeah.
Did you throw anything at the screen?
No, I kind of just screamed.
Did you scream naturally, or you knew people were screaming at that scene?
We knew people were screaming. People were screaming throughout the entire movie.
Oh, okay. All right, listen, sorry to wake you up early.
It's all good, man.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah, he's living the best life.
He usually sleeps for 5 more minutes, you guys. Come on.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Like 10:45.
What'd you think of the March Madness finals?
I've been saying the Gators since day one.
That's truth.
Yeah.
That's truth. I talked to Dutch right when March Madness started, and that was his pick to win the whole thing.
I gotta say, I was so
About
sad for Houston. Though.
Yeah, they were looking strong.
And I love their style of play. Like they're just all over the floor. They hustle. Like my heart broke a little bit. I feel so bad for that guy that didn't get that last shot off. I was like, oh, I know how that feels.
Yeah, it's rough for sure.
All right, son, well, you have a great day at school today.
Thank you, man. You have a good day at work.
Do you think that I will get a Dutch was absent from first period text today?
I guess we'll wait and see.
All right. See you, boy.
I see it.
Bye.
Time will tell.
He runs that house.
Kid. He did, kid, yeah.
He runs that house however he likes.
He does.
You got no power at that house.
No, not at all. All right, we're getting ready for second date update. We got Chase on the line. Chase, what's going on with you?
So my date ghosted me after a week, and we were texting, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, that's enough. We'll get her on the phone. We're going to find out why she's ghosting you. Second date update starts next with John, Jay, and Rich.
If I wrote you a symphony, it was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich, time for second date update. Somebody got ghosted. We're going to help them find out why they got ghosted. Chase, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's your story, man? What's your story?
All right, so I went on a date with this girl I met on Hinge, and her name's Ava. At first, everything was great. We grabbed dinner. The conversation was flowing. Vibe was so good, very solid, and she was laughing at my jokes. We just had a lot in common, and honestly, I thought it was going really well. But then, I guess about halfway through the date, something must have shifted. She got a little quieter, kind of seemed distracted, but I couldn't figure out why. So we didn't hook up or anything, just ended the night with, a hug. And the weird part is she kept texting me for a week after that, so I figured she was still interested, but nothing now. She was completely ghosting me, and I don't know. I have no idea what happened. So can you guys help me out, please?
I think what's weird is that she was texting you after a week. So at first I'm like, okay, obviously something happened while you were on the date. But if she's still texting you, I'm like, maybe I don't know. That's weird to me.
You guys know what's up here, right?
What?
She's not done with another relationship. They found out she went on a date.
Oh, that happens.
Blowing up her
It
phone.
does happen.
Then she goes back. Then she breaks up because they have a big fight. So she starts texting you again. She's probably not done with a messy relationship.
That could be it. Or you didn't really describe the whole date. What are the things you talked about? Were you flirty? Was there any sort of physical connection?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that there was a physical connection.
Did you kiss? Did you hold hands?
We did have a quick kiss at the end, but it was not on the lips or anything. It was a hug, and she kissed my cheek, and yeah, I don't know.
You're not giving very good specifics.
I know.
You know, like, what was the text before?
So
It was
glad
like,
you said
oh my God, what's your favorite color? I'm trying to repaint my walls. I want your opinion because you're so handy. Like, you're not giving us specifics to anything. You're just kind of generalizing. You know what I mean? And that's fine because, like, you did say, we went to dinner. We talked about movies. She loves Scooby-Doo. My God. Like, you're not giving us any details, you know? So it's kind of hard for us to go, it's obvious this is what it is.
We're still going to help you. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
What we're going to do is just call her then, and maybe she'll give us some details and tell us why she hates your guts. All right? So what is her name, Chase?
Her name is Ava.
Ava. Okay. We take a break. We're going to get Ava on the phone, and we're going to find out why she's blown you off. Second date update is next with John, Jane, Rich.
I was in a sheer dress the day that we met.
John, Jane, Rich, we're in the middle of second date update. You got Chase and Ava. How'd you guys meet, Chase?
We met on Hinge.
On Hinge, okay. And you guys went to dinner. Where'd you go to dinner?
We just went to a little Italian restaurant.
A little Italian restaurant. And what'd you eat for dinner?
Well, I always do chicken parm. That's my standard. And she got fettuccine.
Okay. And how long ago was this date?
It was about 2 weeks ago now, I guess.
2 weeks ago. Then a week later, she texted you, and you haven't heard from her since. So he's asking us to find out what it is. Why is she blowing him off? So you hang tight. We're going to get Ava on the phone. We're going to get all the details. Okay, Chase? You stay quiet.
Hello?
Hey, is Ava there?
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, my name's Peyton. I'm with John, Jane, Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly this morning.
Sure.
Ava, we got a call from a guy. He was telling us about a date that you guys went on. And honestly, he didn't give us enough detail, but apparently you're ghosting him. And we were trying to figure out why you're ghosting him, but he's not giving us enough detail for us to figure out why you're ghosting him. So we're talking about a guy named Chase.
Yeah, I know him. To be honest, I think he's kind of an idiot.
Really?
I mean, the date was fine. We were vibing, but, at one point, I'm feeling myself. I feel cute, and I asked him what he thought about my outfit, and he could have just said something like, wow, you look great, you look cute. But then he kind of goes off and was like, well, it's cool, but I wouldn't have paired those shoes with that dress, although you're totally pulling it off. And I was like, I don't know, am I dating the fashion police or something?
That is a weird thing to say. He did say you were pulling it off, though. I guess that's the compliment.
I mean, sure, but it kind of felt condescending. Like, I mean, it's kind of like, oh, if that's what you think looks good.
Could he have said that to you, like, hey, I like that outfit, you're pulling it off, hoping that you would say, why don't you pull it off later?
Oof, wow. Could have gone there.
No?
Well, he's not pulling anything now, so.
Right.
Well, he probably is.
Yeah, I think I would have been a little put off by that too.
But I don't know if that would be a deal breaker if you there must have been absolutely no chemistry other than that.
Yeah.
Because for that to be like, okay, I hate you, I'm out. I don't know if that would be for me, but was there other things about him you didn't like too?
I mean, it just kind of felt like he was insulting me, or I don't know. I feel like he's trying to compliment me, but it just didn't come off.
Well, I mean, if I'm you, I'm thinking this guy doesn't know how to talk to people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that would totally, on a first date, I'm just getting to know someone. Yeah, I would be cutting you off too, because read the room, dude. Read the room.
Did he have excellent style? Like maybe, like some people you walk in and you're like, oh, they dress really cool.
Yeah.
And then if a guy said that to me and he dressed really cool, I'd be like, oh, maybe I should have paired these shoes. Or I would totally second guess myself.
It was, I mean, I don't know. I felt like he kind of looked like a fuckboy.
That's a look.
Right? Like, this is something I would see on Snapchat.
Oh.
Did you give
vibes weren't there.
Did you tell him that he looked like that on the date? Did he ask you and then you offered that?
I mean, I never told it to him because I keep these opinions to myself like he should have.
Well, Ava, when he's telling us the story, he said that you ended up texting him a week later.
Wait. Is he on this call right now?
Yeah.
Hey, Ava.
Yeah, he is. But wait, before you say anything, Chase, how come you texted him a week later after the date if you didn't like his comment?
I mean, I was just kind of feeling him out. I thought I could get over it, to be honest, I felt like I could just kind of maybe he has other redeeming factors, but nope, it just kept bothering me.
Was he like, send me a picture of your outfit before I talk to you?
I mean, it gave her the ick, Yeah. Anything can do it.
But Chase is on the phone. Chase, your thoughts? You critiqued her outfit, bro. Come on. That's dating 101.
Well, yeah. Hi, Ava.
Dude, are you for real? You called a radio station just because I didn't text you back?
Well, yeah, because I was confused. I mean, you were texting me for a week and then just, nothing, silence.
Yeah, that's because I was trying to decide whether you, I don't know, were a complete idiot and, were just roasting me on our first date.
I wasn't roasting you. I just said I wouldn't have picked those.
No. It's fine because, honestly, I know I made the right choice. No, this is good. This is good.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like I can hear the lack of chemistry between the two of them. It's like I feel awkward listening in on this.
Match. Yeah, right. You don't need a second date.
Yeah.
No second date. So we're going to let both you guys go. Okay? Thank you both for jumping on the air with us.
Thanks.
All right, Chase. Ava. Thanks, Ava.
Thanks.
All right. That's second date update with John Jay and Rich.
I've been everywhere, man, looking for you, babe. Looking for you, babe.
Okay.
Searching for you, babe.
Excuse me, Rihanna. Excuse me, my bad. Phone number is 877-937-1047. Good morning, Justice. What's up?
Hi. I was wanting to put some opinions on the second date update you guys just did.
Sure, go ahead. What do you got? What do you think?
So when I was listening, I was thinking that maybe she took it out of context. Like, he wasn't trying to offend her. He was just giving, an opinion on style, what he thought and what he liked. He told her it looked good, but he was thinking maybe something else would have been better. Personally for me, I wouldn't have taken it offendedly. I would have been like, oh, okay, what would you think would have gone better? But I don't know, maybe that's me. I'm more confident in what I pick, what I do. If someone has an opinion, it's just their opinion. But I wouldn't let that, decide on if I like the person or not. Because it could have been, completely innocent and just an opinion.
Why didn't you call 10 minutes ago so you could have told her that and see what she said?
Well, she's probably listening right now.
I would have. Yeah, I'm driving to work.
Well, drive safe, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
So in the news over the weekend, it was a lot of stuff about Mariah Carey, right? Some fun stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but her son Rockin was in the middle of a Twitch live stream, and his sister Monroe and his mom Mariah Carey pop in his room and start they're in the back. They have the dogs and they're just kind of looking, and all of a sudden all of his comments start popping up. Hi Mariah, and he notices her in there, and he's like, oh my gosh.
Mom, I can see you. Okay. They're saying, hi, Mariah, I love you. Oh, my God.
Hello, Mrs. Carey.
Hi, Mrs. Carey. Can y'all please get out, please? Us get out? Yes, please.
Hey, Mrs. Carey. Rocky, can we say hi?
Oh, Junior, get out of my room.
Oh, my God, it's Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, and he's so embarrassed of her. He's humiliated.
I'm like, that's Mariah Carey. Don't you tell her to get out of your room right now.
But to him, that's his mom.
Yeah, it's so great.
I get it.
Get out of my room.
That's awesome. 877-937-1047. We thought it'd be fun to hear about how your parents embarrassed you. Freddie, you got one?
Yes, sir.
What happened? Who? Your parents embarrassed you?
There?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Yes. Orale, John Jay. How you doing?
Orale, Freddie.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, dog. You my dog. Hey, real quick. Well, when I was going to school, I was a freshman in high school. me and my friend Anthony were going, and we decided to walk. We walked to school, and then my dad must have been going to the store. So he pulls up in his old '56 old beat up Chevy that smokes and all this, and he goes, "Hey, I'll give you guys a ride." I go, "Okay, you can give us a ride." So me and my friend jump in, get in the truck. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? He needs to. And Anthony's like, I hope he doesn't take us all the way to school. I go, no, I'll let him know, and to drop us off a couple blocks away from the school. So he's going, and the truck's smoking, and it's an old truck, and making all this noise. So we're coming up to the school. I go, okay, Dad, you can pull up right here, drop us off right. It was like 2 blocks from the school, and I'm like, and he's like. In Spanish, ¿Dónde mero, mijo? ¿Dónde mero? And, where? Acting like he didn't hear me or like trying to act like he didn't know where he wanted us to drop us off. So he keeps going. I go, Anthony, I think he's going to drop us off right at the school. So sure enough, he drives and he pulls in where all the buses park. He doesn't pull wherever you're supposed to drop your kids off. He pulls up where all the buses. So I got buses in front of me, buses behind me. You got a truck that's smoking, making all this noise. And it's an old truck, and all these kids are getting off the truck, and I have to actually take my hand outside the window to open the door. and it's smoking, and all these kids are getting off the bus, and they're looking at us, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, Anthony. So I got friends that coming off the bus, and they're pointing at us, and it seemed like every student was looking at us. And I'm like, no, this is unreal. So then when I close the door, you have to close it like really hard in order for it to close. So I do that, and then he pulls off, and all this cloud of smoke just starts coming off. And I'm like, no way, Darwin. So I didn't hear the end of it until this day. We actually get together at times, old school friends of ours, and we talk about that time when he did that.
Yeah, remember that time your dad dropped you off?
Your dad was laughing the whole way home. He loved every second of that.
Yes, and I was hoping that he was going to drop us off like a couple.
Of course.
Yeah. No way.
No way. He was like, I'm not wasting this moment.
Oh, Freddie,
This baby's running rich. Let's go.
Yeah, and he didn't drop us off at the school drop-off. He dropped us right where all the buses pull in, and he was the only vehicle there.
That's a great story, man.
If he's going to do it, he's going to do it the right way.
All right, brother. Drive safe. Thanks for calling in, Freddie. Appreciate you, man.
Órale.
Güey.
Nos vemos.
Okay, bye-bye. Gracias.
I get embarrassed by my dad on the daily.
Wendy's got a comment on second date, I believe. Second date update. Go ahead, Wendy.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that the girl said, so how do you like my outfit? She said she was feeling cute. She specifically asked him, how do you like my outfit?
Right.
So he gave his honest opinion. So I felt like we shouldn't be mad at him. He was honest with her. She shouldn't have asked if she didn't want the...
That's true, but she was asking like in a flirty way, remember? She's like, I was getting my flirt on, trying to move it forward, and that didn't move it forward. Just like, it works for you.
She shows you that's another reason that you should lie.
Guys
should lie.
Of course. You look amazing.
Lie to me, please.
You need to, yeah.
He could have gotten the make out in the second date.
Yeah. I mean, after you're married 10 years, then you can say,
hey, buddy,
I wouldn't wear that.
Even still, you should still try.
Right. I mean, she just right her, but she shouldn't ask if she doesn't want to know the truth.
You're right, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy.
Throw that out there.
Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you do.
Robert, your parents embarrass you?
Oh, yeah. Every time we go to a Mexican restaurant, she goes, can I have a chicken quesadilla or a chicken fajada?
Thank you, bro. You were saying, Peyton, your dad embarrasses you every day?
All the time. Any opportunity he gets. Most recently, though, traveling with my dad and going to the airport with him has been a thing. I think I've told you guys this before, but anytime security asks him to take off his hoodie, he'll take off his hoodie and his shirt underneath and walk through security without a top on. My dad.
I've seen that, actually.
And he's not like a skinny king either. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he got a little belly. And it's so embarrassing, and he takes all this attention. I have a video of him, I think. I'll have to throw it up on our John J. and Rich Instagram so you guys can see how awful it is.
So he goes through security shirtless.
Shirtless.
And they let him. They don't say anything?
They laugh at him, and they're like, sir, put your shirt on.
That is so funny.
Well, you told me to take my shirt off. If I'm taking off my hoodie, then I'm taking off everything.
You really don't have to. You can keep some of it on.
Tommy, good morning. You got an embarrassing parent story?
Yes, I do.
What happened?
So, I'm originally from Detroit, and I'm from the hood of Detroit. And, of course, when you're younger, 15, 16, you think you're a little thug, running with the crew, fighting, doing all the stupid stuff. And the whole time, my mom's a Detroit police officer. So I guess just to kind of embarrass me and make me feel stupid. Of course, nobody in the hood messes with the police, so nobody knows my mom's a cop. So she just shows up to the school in full uniform. And just comes, let everybody know who mother she is. And I'm just sitting there looking stupid. Rest of my friends and everybody like, who mama is that? Oh, you snitching. And it was like, she gets married. And my stepfather's a cop as well.
Oh.
So then they would do it together. They would both come up full uniform. Tony, what you doing? It's like, oh my God. It was the worst. And I just say, I'm from Detroit, and it's like, oh man, you could just imagine the kids like, oh,
no cred.
Your mama might pull up on us.
That is awesome.
I bet you turned out to be a nice guy, though, right? She set you straight.
Yeah, definitely. And the crazy thing is, at one point, I was almost a police officer, and I'm like, I would have loved to do that to my son.
That's great, dude. Thank you so much for listening, Tommy. Thanks, man.
For sure.
Amanda, did your parents embarrass you?
Yes. So when I was in 3rd grade, I still remember it to this day. It was Halloween, right? We dress up, like back then we can dress up for school. And so my mom decided to make me a spider costume. So she stuffed pillows together, and then she made like the 8 legs. And when I got to school, the costume was so big, I couldn't even fit in my desk. Like, I was so embarrassed. All the kids were laughing at me, and so I couldn't even sit in my desk. So I had to sit in the back where the bad kids would sit. And yeah, like, to this day, I'm like, Mom, why would you make that costume for me?
Thanks, Amanda. I remember my dad, we were in Las Vegas. Like, I'm an adult. We're in Las Vegas, and I was looking at it, like a Caesar's Palace. We have those giant malls, the big mall. Yeah. There's like a jewelry store, and it's my mom, my dad, my sister, and I. And I'm going to look at a watch. And I'm like, hey, can I see this watch, please? And they bring out the watch. And then my dad's standing there, and there's like 10 people in the jewelry store. He lifts up his leg and rips one. And then walks out.
Oh, my gosh.
I was just standing there. And I was like, thank you very much. Wanda, good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
it's
up?
Wanda. Okay, so my mom has this thing, her and her wife, where she likes to take us when we turn 18 to this place in Arizona called the Castle Boutique. It's a adult store. And so, I'm 18.
White Castle?
No, the Castle Boutique. It's an adult store.
Oh, I thought you turn 18, you go to White Castle.
Right.
It's a rite of passage.
Is that on Van Buren?
Yes, exactly. They all about practicing safe sex. So at 18, they take us to the castle. So we're at the castle. It's me, my mom, and her wife, and I think my brother was there. I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless, we're there for us to get stuff, not for them. But my mom is like, back then, she's like the craziest person ever. She likes to embarrass people. Still to this day, I'm 42, and she likes to embarrass us. But nonetheless, we're standing in an aisle, and we're looking like at the pickle-shaped adult toys. And so my mom decides to grab the biggest one she can find, and she turns to her wife, which is in the aisle across from us, and she starts waving it in the middle of the aisle. And she's like, hey, Mickey, babe, what do you think about this one? Is this one big enough? And Mickey just turns bright red, puts her head down, and just walks out of the castle.
Your mom's awesome.
I can't imagine my parents taking me to a sex shop when I'm 18 and saying, pick something out.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be like, you know what? Why don't you guys leave?
I don't want to be here with you.
I don't want you to know what I'm into.
I just went to one of those stores with Kadim's mom, and it was an interesting.
What did she buy?
I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't want it. No.
Did she buy the Nimbus 2000?
I don't know if she bought anything.
All right, Wanda. That's
you guys take it easy.
Your mom's a treat. I love her.
It's too bad Dutch is 18 already. I'll take my son in there. Hey, son, get whatever you want. Here, let me show you these.
Let me traumatize you for the rest of your life.
Oh, my God. All right, let's get to some entertainment news. We got all kinds of stuff to break down. Michelle Williams, Bad Bunny, Russell Brand responds to the recent assault allegations against him. All that, plus Kesha tickets, too.
Don't drunk dial your ex. Drunk dial us. Call our John, Jay, and Rich drunk dial line, 602-888-1933.
Let's get some entertainment news. Michelle Williams. Now, when I saw this story, because I saw it on all the World Star and all that stuff, is it Michelle Williams from Destiny Child, or is it Michelle Williams, the actress that's married to Heath Ledger?
Yeah, not the one in the show movie we like. No, it's from Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams.
Okay.
She posted a picture on Instagram. She was on a flight, and the passenger behind her had taken his shoes off and had put his foot where her armrest was, and the foot was kind of poking out, and she had posted the picture, talked she even elbowed the foot to try to be hello, this is so gross. And then she started noticing some of the comments and decided to comment on what she was seeing.
It don't matter to me what class you fly. I don't care. I still like Southwest. You're not going to shame me into whatever class it was. So people are well, you shouldn't have been flying coach. I was flying first class. My seat was 3F, and I didn't know the F was going to be for feet.
Yeah, she was really shook, and rightly so.
Yeah,
her comments were funny. I thought she was great.
A stranger's foot coming up next to you or on your armrest would be jarring and so gross. Because, what if they had smelly feet, too?
I think it depends who the person is.
So gross.
Damon Wayans.
This is pretty fascinating. He was on Club Shay Shay, and he was asked about a rumor that was swirling around about him in the early 2000s, and he actually confirmed it.
You dated the same woman as your nephew once?
Yeah. I was in love with her. That's the thing. It wasn't like they were in love.
So he dated her.
Do you know how small the pool is out here in Cali?
I thought the dude was married with kids.
This was in the 2000s. This is before.
Oh.
So he dated his nephew's ex-girlfriend, right?
He said, well, they weren't in love, so it's no big deal.
They weren't in love, but he said at that time he was actually in love with this girl. And so it was the pool's small, so it was an open field.
No, the pool is not that small, Damon Wayans Sr.
It's pretty gross.
Who is Sammy Sheen?
Sammy Sheen is the daughter of Charlie Sheen and Denise Williams. And she made headlines when she started an OnlyFans right when she turned 18 and was making all this money. And everyone was like, how could you do this? How could you support your daughter doing this? And she's been very successful. And Denise Richards is listen, I'm going to support her no matter what. It's her choice. She's an adult. She can do what she wants. She has been pretty open and vulnerable on her Instagram. And she was basically saying some people have asked if I have had work done. Most people don't talk about it. But she's I don't care. I'll tell you exactly what I did.
I finally got the big procedure and I got the girls done. I feel like I could have gone bigger and I really wish I went bigger. I got this 1.5 years ago. And then last year around this time, I got my veneers and that was the worst process ever. And then after that, in August, I got my nose done.
She said she's actually had 2 nose surgeries, lip fillers, Botox, and everything she said. And she's I don't care. I'll just tell you. It's no big deal.
I told you that Kemp's teammate, was dating her.
That's right.
And went to their house. And Denise Richards said, you need to sign an NDA. And he was like, what? And he's like, I'm out of here.
Yep.
It's so wild. Russell Brand.
So Russell Brand has made headlines most recently because he's had some pretty crazy allegations thrown at him, sexual assault allegations, rape allegations, and whatnot. And he actually just flat out went on and addressed them on an Instagram, basically saying, hopefully you don't believe what's not true.
I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes.
He's going to have to fight, though. I mean, because at this point, it's the allegations are out, and there's going to have to be investigations and a trial, and he's going to go through it for sure.
Brent, good morning, man. You're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, hey, guys.
Hey.
You guys have a popular segment called Second Date Update.
Yes, very familiar.
I have a unique one for you. How about First Date Update?
Okay. Are you in a situation?
Yeah, so it's one of those where we met online beginning of November. and we chat for a while. I would say we're almost addicted to each other. Great conversation, great chemistry. We would talk, get off work. We would talk almost for hours would go by. We did video chat. Now, let me first say, too, that we know there's a lot of scammers and a lot of serial daters online. There's ways you can tell around that. So I'm really confused with this one. For example, she had a real Facebook page with females and males. It was her work Facebook page. It seemed really legit. And then all of a sudden, 2 days before we were supposed to meet, everything went blank. Her Facebook page is gone. She blocked me. I can't even call her. I've left voicemails with no return. Just really crazy, really bizarre.
Oh, you must have said something that made her want to be out in a hurry.
And you know for a fact she blocked you on the phone? Because I can understand the social media stuff. Sometimes I would go on and just deactivate my accounts because I needed a break from my social media. I needed a social media cleanse.
I think you guys are way off.
Yeah.
She's obviously an MI5 operative who just got a different assignment.
Obviously.
She's assuming a total different identity now.
So, did you ever meet her in person?
It's not just blocked. It's not just a blocked Facebook. The page is gone, and I know she used it for work. So something really strange is going on. Like I said, I tried calling her. I've left voicemails, and during when I was in a voicemail, her phone rang my phone, and I quickly switched over, but it hung up. So I know she's not, in a car accident or incapacitated in a hospital situation. It's just, I want closure.
Okay, so Brent,
get it.
Have you ever met her?
No, this was an online dating that we had. We were ready to meet, for New Year's.
Do you ever ask for money, or she ask for money?
No.
Do you have her number?
Yes.
Can we call her?
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't have us blocked, right?
You wouldn't
Nick,
think.
do you have her number already?
That'll give us some answers.
Okay, what's her name?
Her name is Lena.
What city is she in?
San Francisco.
Our nation's capital.
Please leave your message for 3471.
I get a lot of that, too.
Huh. What do you guys think? Do you think she's getting duped? Or do you? It sounds to me, by the way, because you FaceTimed and you saw her, it sounds to me that she's real and that she's just done with you.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
You must have said something maybe you thought you didn't.
Or she got back with her boyfriend or something. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean?
Something made her go, nope.
There was
What's
somebody
that?
other... It certainly always could be there was somebody else she didn't want to tell me about or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a complete...
Well, we'll call her back.
blank.
Please leave your message for 3472351986.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things where it's you think you need closure, but the closure is she blocked you. It's kind of over, and you would want to know why. I totally get that. You're like, why? That just doesn't make sense. But it's sort of it's not even worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. I don't disagree. I mean, just thought it would be fun, something different.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were FaceTiming with her, did you guys ever get intimate on FaceTime?
We shared photos. Intimate photos, but not on FaceTime. No.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
You might
if
have weird looking stuff.
It could totally be a catfish.
I really think that the chemistry was, like I said, amazing, and yeah, I mean, we're really addicted. We were each other's air. It was.
And you've never met?
About future plans. Not met in person, no, just on video, and it was 2 days before our scheduled what we were going to meet.
I would guess that she was in a relationship with somebody else. I think she's a real person, and I think that something happened, and you just got to accept that, and maybe occasionally call us, and we can try her every once in a while. But
I appreciate your time. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in, man.
All right.
We need a contestant. We're going to play a game. We got Kesha tickets. 877-937-1047. We're going to play Beat Shazam. If you can beat Shazam, you get Kesha tickets. While we wait for contestant Kyle, speaking of traveling,
my brother has had a real doozy. So he left on a golf trip, and apparently the airlines lost his luggage. And you'd think sometimes when that happens, they call you up and they're like, "Oh, it's stuck at your connecting flight area. We'll have it to you by the end of the day or the next day." Well, he's been there, I think, 2 or 3 days, and they still apparently don't know where the luggage is.
Oh, really?
So I put myself in that position, and I'm like, that's a nightmare, because then you have to go buy everything. You know what I mean? Inside, outside, the underwear, the outfits, the bathroom stuff, literally everything. And so I asked, what did he do? And he's like, he's on a golf trip, and he's like, I went to the pro shop and I just bought a bunch of golf outfits and spent $500 getting stuff because he needed rain gear. Like all of his rain gear was in there, and there's like inclement weather where they are. And so he's like, I'm just going to expense it to the airlines and hope that they reimburse me, because like I had that stuff in my bag and they don't know where the bag is.
So do you think, because you remember back in the day, you get the baggage claim check, and then they would check your bag and make sure that was your bag when you left. They don't do that anymore.
They don't
do you think someone just took his bag?
I don't know.
Or maybe there's people, are there pro thieves that go and they look at your brother and they're like, that's a good looking dude, get his stuff.
You hear a lot also about like TSA agents like taking bags too. So it could be a TSA agent. It could be a fellow passenger. The airlines is like, we don't know where your bag is.
So a TSA agent that wants to take up golf, open up the suitcase, was like, hey.
Have you seen those videos? Like there's TSA agents that are showing you how easy it is to get into your luggage. You like take a pen and you just jab it into like the zipper seam and it pops right open. It's like a legit thing that's going on right now. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I was saying like you have to lock your...
But I mean, also,
all that kind of stuff.
If her brother's bag was stolen from a TSA agent or somebody, he must have had stuff in that bag that they wanted.
That was
right?
worth something.
Apparently,
because like if they took my bag
for golf,
you'd be extremely disappointed if you took my bag. Like,
I know. Well, I mean, if you don't like golf, you would be extremely disappointed in the stuff in his bag. It's not like he has a lot of designer stuff.
So it's just random. Someone steals the bag, open it up, they go, "Oh, we got golf stuff. Dump it." And they just dump it.
Maybe
that's when you gotta hide an air tag. Gotta hide an air tag.
I know, and he'll probably do that from now on. But I mean, it's too late now.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, though, is he actually sent me a picture, and you can't tell in the picture, but he's like, "Guess who's on my flight?" Like, who? AJ McLean from NSYNC. AJ from NSYNC.
Like from here to there?
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're in Oregon.
But AJ Backstreet Boy?
Yeah. Oh, Backstreet Boy, NSYNC, same thing. Boy band. Boy band, AJ McLean.
I thought I was a little backwards there. It was messing me
up. Jennifer, good morning. Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so you're going to play a game with us for Kesha tickets.
Yes, my daughter is here in the car, and she is fingers, toes crossed that we win.
Okay, let me ask, are you in a speakerphone?
Yes.
Because I think you'll be able to play better if you don't have it on speakerphone, and we can hear you better, too.
Okay, is that better?
Yes. Okay, Nick, you ready to play?
Okay,
I'm ready to play. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
We're playing a really fun edition of Beat Shazam today, you guys. Here's how this works. I'm going to play 7 seconds of a song. You have 3 seconds to guess the name of the song and the name of the artist singing said song. What's everybody talking about right now, guys? I like the theme of my games.
Tariffs.
Basketball.
Basketball? That's good.
It's a Kesha.
Kesha? Okay. You guys are confused. Everybody's talking about the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie. They're celebrating all week on Disney Plus.
Of course.
So we're doing songs that are goofy.
Okay.
Songs that are goofy.
They're not necessarily by Goofy himself. They are just goofy songs. It's just a silly game, okay, guys?
We love silly.
We're going to start with John Jay.
What does the fox say? And that's sung by, who is that? God. Ministry.
Oh, it was very close. We're looking for the artist, of course, Elvis.
Oh.
It's Elvis with a Y.
Okay.
But good job, John Jay. 1 point already in this game. Starting things off strong. Rick.
Oh, yeah. Rebecca Black, Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 points for Rich.
Good job.
The goofy.
Those songs you're playing are goofy.
Goofy, but almost.
Guys, aren't
goofy?
these so goofy?
It's an anthem.
Yuck.
Rebecca Black's going on tour, by the way, guys.
Yeah, with Katy Perry.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, anyway, that would
Who
be...
is it, 2007?
That would be a really goofy tour to go
It would
on.
be.
Huh, guys? It's so goofy.
So goofy.
Peyton?
Brown town with the girl I love, and I'm like, this is Forget You, a cover of CeeLo Green, and I'm pretty sure that's Glee. Is that a Glee cover?
I'm so sorry,
good
guys.
guess.
I got next week's game confused. That's for the Goopy version of the game. That's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, but it was a cover of Forget You.
From
Was
Glee.
Was it Glee?
Point.
It was Glee.
It was Glee. Oh.
Yeah, it's good, the Goop, but it was Goopy
So I get 2 points.
instead of Goop. No,
She can sing.
no.
What?
You said Glee. It was Gwyneth Paltrow specifically.
Oh, okay.
So 1 point. Good job, Peyton.
That's fine.
Okay, let's move on, please. Kyle.
That's Jack Black
Yeah.
with Peaches from a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, there you go. Ties it up.
It's a real goofy movie. Goofy
1
song.
point for John Jay, 1 point for Peyton, 2 points for Kyle and Rich. Jennifer.
Here we go. Oh, Barbie girl, Barbie world. My goodness. Who are they? Oh, Lord.
No. Someone get the water.
Aqua.
Aqua. A blowfish. I was so close.
You were so close, but not close enough. 1 point, though. Good job, Jennifer. We're moving into round 2, and we'll start things off with John Jay.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah?
The hell's that guy's name? Psy.
Yeah! John Jay takes a commanding
The
lead.
interview that never aired.
Never aired.
Why?
He was mad at us for some reason. I don't remember why.
We had Joey Bradfish do the interview, and we had him ask certain questions, and then Scooter Braun was all involved and got pissed off.
He's like, Justin Bieber will never be on your show again if you air this interview.
God, I don't remember what we asked him.
I think we didn't air the interview, and Justin Bieber never came on our show again. So I was like, we should just aired it.
Either way, we lost.
Yeah.
Can we put it on a podcast now?
Probably.
Might as well.
Yeah, we'll have to find it. So, John Jay, now with a commanding lead of 3 points. Rich?
Oh, I'm on a boat.
Uh-huh.
Andy Sandberg, SNL.
Okay.
I think that is Please Do Not Destroy is the name of that group.
Okay. Well, the name of the group is Lonely Island.
Lonely Island, yes.
Andy Sandberg is a part of that, but I'm sorry,
Taylor
you only
Swift.
get 1 point there.
Isn't Taylor Swift on that?
T-Pain's in that.
Also Taylor Swift. I'm almost positive.
She on that? I don't know.
She pops in
Maybe.
and she's like, I'm on a boat. And she's got the sunglasses on.
Funny.
But anyway.
Okay. So 1 point for Rich there, 3 points, ties up John Jay. Peyton.
You're gonna fly away, Dad, you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together.
My Way or the Highway
Okay.
is what that song's called. And that is the artist of Chapel Roan.
Okay, well, I'm sorry again. I did get it confused with the Goopy version of this game. That was Gwyneth Paltrow.
Again.
Singing.
And Huey Lewis, I believe.
And Huey Lewis. The song is Cruisin'. I'm so sorry, Peyton. I get my games confused sometimes.
So I should get the points
No
anyway.
points there for Peyton. We'll move on. Back to the goofy version of this game. Kyle?
That is Hanson.
Yeah.
You always give me the Hanson questions with the mbop. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Good job. 3 weeks in a row. You got it. All right. Kyle's got 3 points now. Jennifer.
Here we go.
N-O-L-D-M-A-N.
Wow. I mean, we were looking for, of course,
Dinosaur by Kesha.
Yeah.
I loved that song. That
Jennifer,
was
what happened?
My bananas back then.
You gave all the easy you went to them first.
Wow.
I know, it's always easier when someone else is playing. Like, it's like, you're like, I know theirs.
I mean, God forbid I give you the one that is you're playing for the tickets for.
But in Jennifer's defense, like dinosaur, like you gotta, that's a deep
it's
track.
a deep
in there.
catch.
I'm sorry, did she spell it out? the name of the game is Goofy. That's the goofiest song I've ever heard.
I'm coming to Jennifer's defense.
All right, Jennifer, we're setting you up with Kesha tickets. Thanks for playing.
Oh,
my daughter.
Good. What's your daughter's name?
Nevaeh. She's actually late for school right now. She made me park so she can listen.
Worth it.
Way to go, Nevaeh. Thanks for listening, guys. Hold on. I was Googling to see, because you play that clip on a boat from Saturday Night Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Taylor Swift is in that video, or she's part of it. So I Googled Taylor Swift on a boat, and I have 1,000 pictures of Taylor Swift on a boat.
Oh, of course.
well, she did a song with T-Pain.
Where's Noah?
She did a song
I was
with
like,
T-Pain.
Noah, isn't he? Noah, isn't Taylor Swift doing on a boat? You're like Taylor, you're the Swiftie.
I actually texted you, but I think what you're thinking of is the song Three Sad Virgins from SNL.
I swear I see her on, she's got
T-Pain's
sunglasses
on that, though,
on,
right?
and she goes, I'm on a boat. No?
She did a parody song with T-Pain.
Called?
But I'm not sure if that...
On a
it's not-
Boat?
No, it's not called...
No, it was like white T-shirt or something.
I'm telling you, I feel I've seen Taylor Swift do on a boat, but maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. Now, why would you text me? Why don't you just get on the microphone and tell me it's a radio show? If I was writing an article for the New York Times, please text me. I'll quote you. But it's a radio show.
I'm
Why would
sorry,
I think
Noah.
I'm not a...
I'm sorry, Noah.
All right, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
I'll tell you the board game that is coming to the small screen next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Coffee in hand, earbuds on John, Jay, and Rich.
You're up.
Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
Game show contestants are going to choose capitalism and chaos now that Netflix has won the bid to air a Monopoly reality game series.
I want in on that.
Sounds so fun, but also, I don't know, I feel like I'd got to see it first because it's being described as a large-scale social experiment contest that will force contestants to form alliances and betray their competitors.
Ooh.
I know.
Just like real Monopoly.
I know. This is different than the Monopoly movie that Margot Robbie is also producing, so we're going to have a lot of Monopoly coming up here very, very soon. Tonight's Mega Millions drawing is going to be the first one featuring the $5 ticket. Remember, I told you the ticket prices went up because they're pushing all the jackpots up. So now, if you win a non-jackpot prize, you won't just... It'll be more than $5 that you win. Because like before, it was like $2 ticket, and if you won a non-jackpot prize, you get $2. You get your money back for your ticket. Now it will be more. There will be no more break-even jackpot prizes.
And I heard that the odds go extremely up for you to win, too, because not everybody's going to buy a $5 ticket.
That's right.
Especially in this world.
Yep. Tonight's jackpot is $54 million. It's funny because you're like, forget it. I'll wait till it's $500 million. But $54 million and not too shabby. According to a recent study, they found men who regularly use cannabis report significantly lower sexual satisfaction, desire, poorer sexual function overall, and also struggled with sexual esteem and a rise in sexual-related depression. They actually found synthetic cannabinoid users in particular showed the most severe impairments. So I guess that's just food for thought. Take that with you for the day, and that's 3 things you need to know.
We got a text. You can text us anytime. You text JJ on whatever's on your mind to 96893. John, Jane, Rich, tell Peyton I'm listening to the Couples Therapy podcast, listening to them talk about marriage. Let her know my husband and I were together for 11 years before we got married. I always thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's a little hope for you. If you don't know the podcast, you just go to wherever you're listening to this podcast. If you're listening to this podcast, it's John, Jane, Rich on demand, and you can hear the Couples Therapy. And this Sunday at 10 will drop. It'll be Blake and me. And when I forget, Rich, when did you tape it? Thursday?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, because I'm trying to find a good time for her and I to tape.
Because we
the
want it
podcast.
to still be kind of current. Yeah, you know, you don't want it
Right.
to be like a week behind.
Like, I have all this equipment for a podcast in my house, but it's been in boxes for about 6 to 8 months.
I got you. I got you podcasty stuff for this very thing.
No,
for
I
your
bought it all.
birthday
I have it
present.
all, but I'm going to have to come in here and do it.
Why?
I don't know how to hook it up.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Oh my goodness.
He's not gonna open a box.
That's the one thing I'm going to change next time we do it. I will not be recording it in the studio.
Why not?
Because it's just, I feel like it's just weird.
Different vibe.
Well, it is a different vibe because then when you're doing it in here, you're on. You're like, oh, I'm in the studio. I got to perform.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on your couch or something, it's probably a little bit more comfortable for the spouse.
Right.
For us, I think we can handle
too.
it anywhere.
And then we could just make ourselves a little cocktail and vibe and chill. Like, we wouldn't be able to do that here, you know?
Yeah, so maybe I should try to figure it out.
Yeah.
It'd be better. You got all the stuff.
It was like 3 boxes.
It's not that hard.
Rich could help you.
Would you hear all the dogs in the background, though, if you recorded at home?
Probably. You'd hear some of them.
Why don't you bring it in here and we'll set it up for you? Just hand it to you so you can bring it back home.
That's a good idea.
We carry all that equipment home.
I mean, it's not that much.
John,
It's like it's tiny.
Basically, just said he's gonna set it all up for you. You just have to bring it home.
I'd rather. I don't want.
All right, we'll go over there and do it. Fine.
Get a backpack and have that be your podcast backpack. Have
Oh,
Rich
yeah.
set it up, then you have a
I
bag
have to
that
look
you
at what
can
I
grab
have.
and go.
I think I have. I don't know if I have everything.
You are so difficult.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.